229. द्रष्टृत्व श्रोतृताद्यस्य दृष्टिश्रुत्यादि साक्षिता अलुप्तचित् स्वभावत्वात् न विकारो मनागपि. In the Shruti, adrishtaha, drashta, ashrutaha, shrota, etc. was told. So what is the meaning of drashta, shrota, manta, vidnyata? See, we say drashta, seer, hearer, thinker. What is meant by the drashta, etc. in the case of this antaryami? That meaning is being given. Asya for this antaryami, drishtritva shrotrutadi drishti shrutyadi sakshita. It is not like you seeing with something with the eyes, etc. Being the sakshi of all drishtis. What is drishti here? Vishayakara antakarana vritti. The one who is the sakshi, one who makes you directly know shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha, all vishayakara antakarana vritti. So that is what is called as, that the sakshita is called as drashtritva. No, drashtritva, not all vishayakara, rupakara antakarana vritti, because shota is there. Shrotrutva is for shabdakara antakarana vritti. Mantritva is for mananakara antakarana vritti. Like this, therefore, so it is a drishti, meaning of drishti in general also means all vishayakara antakarana vritti. Vardhanaka has seen that in general, if you simply use drishti, it means all vishayakara antakarana vritti. But here shrota, etc. are told, therefore drishti gets confined only to rupakara antakarana vritti. The sakshi of these rupakara, etc. antakarana vritti, that is what is called as drashtritva, shrotritva, etc. Why so? The reason is ataha, therefore, aluptachit swabhavatvat managapi vikarahana. In the case of antaryami, there is no vikara, there is no change, there is no modification. Why? Aluptachit swabhavatva. Its swarupa is aluptachit. Chit is what? Chaitanya swarupa. Lupta means that gets extinct. Na lupta, never extinct, means incessant, non-stop, nitya swarupa chaitanya. Chaitanya, when does it stop? What will happen if Chaitanya stops? What will happen? Kuch nahi hoga. So you can dispense with that. It will give problem. Every Sunday morning you have to come to Vedanta class to directly know Chaitanya. Atma is Chaitanya, Brahma is Chaitanya. So you let it be not there. So therefore no chutti. We'll have chutti. So why not that way? So it is ever existent principle. No. In its presence, the coming and going of other things can be known. So therefore, aluptachit swabhavatva, being of this incessant nature, having a nitya ever existence, managapi vikarahana, even a little wee bit of change or modification is not there in it. That is what is the swarupa of this antaryami. Now, a doubt can come. This antaryami is drashta. Jiva is drashta or not? Individual, there is antaryami. There is antaryami. Okay, in between one gap was there. Prithivantaraha was told, means in and through each and every jiva. Prithvi is only upalakshana. In and through each and every jiva. So means within jiva, antaryami, drashta. The jiva is seer, hearer, taster, toucher, smeller, thinker or not? Yes. In a given individual, how many drashtas are there? एक अंदर का और एक बाहर का. How many drashtas? Antaryami is the drashta and Jiva also is another drashta. How can two drashtas be there? Two bosses cannot be in one and the same embodiment. Gadbad will ho jayega. Because one drashta means manta, jnata, everything comes there, not simply here. One drashta, one jnata, manta will decide one thing. Other drashta, manta, jnata will decide another thing. So how can two be there? That is the doubt raised, and afterwards answer will be given. Stanza 230 is the doubt. See, so if both Jiva and Antaryami have got drashtrutva, then two drashtas will be there. How is it so? For that Shruti says, Nanyaha ataha asti drashta. There is no other drashta. Now keep the drashta as it is. Drashta is for Shrota, Manta, Vijnata, for everything. So, Sprashta, everything. So therefore, there is no other drashta than this Antaryami. So how do you say so? We do find Jiva to be a drashta. So that first let us see the doubt and then the answer will come. Loka siddha niyamyasya jivasya drashtuta tatha antaryamyapi ched drashta dehe bhaseta tadvayam niyamyasya jivasya drashtrata lokasiddha tatha antaryami api drashta chet dehe tadvayam bhaseta dehe tadvayam bhaseta niyamyasya jivasya drashtata lokasiddha. This is lokasiddha means well known in the world. It is universally known in the world. What is it? It says niyamyasya jivasya drashtata. The status of being drashta in the case of jiva, who is niyamya or niyamaka, controlled, or the one who controls. See, Antaryami is the one who controls, Jiva is the one who is controlled, Niyamyaha, one who is controlled, and Antaryami is the one who controls. So therefore it says, so this, the Jiva, who is the controlled one, its status of being drashta is well known, universally known in the world. So, and Antaryami api drashta chet. As you have told right now, even if Antaryami is drashta, so if it's drashta, so then what will happen? What he says? Drashta chet, so chet, dehe, tadvayam bhaseta, dehe, in one and the same embodiment, because see, Antaryami doesn't have any separate body. Antaryami doesn't have any separate body. Say, body of the Jiva itself is the body of the Antaryami. In one and the same embodiment, tadvayam, tad stands for drashtrut. Drashtrudvayam bhase. Two drashtas will appear to be there. How is it? It is incongruous. So one and the same body, two drashtas cannot be there. So two drashtas are there, then what will happen? Two eaters also will be there. So Antaryami will be one eater and Jiva will be an eater. And again means you have to feed separately to this. So how is it possible? Answer is given. Iti shanka nivrityartham nanyo tostiti bhanyate loke jivataya mudhaihi antaryameva bhavyate. Iti shanka nivrityartham nanyotosti, this much you put in inverted comma, nanyotosti This phrase in inverted comma. Iti bhanyate. Loke मूढ़ैः अंतर्यामी एव जीवतया भाव्यते इति शंका निवृत्त्यर्थम टू dispel what? Iti shanka, the doubt of this nature. What nature? As described in the earlier stanza 230. So Shruti says bhanyate, it is told in the Shruti. What is told? Na anyaha ataha asti drashta. There is no other drashta than this. Then this means who? Jiva or Antaryami? Antaryami. Then this Antaryami, there is no drashta at all. Antaryami alone is the drashta. So na anyatha drashta, na ataha means than this. Anyaha, another drashta has to be taken there. So drashta nasti, there is not there. Iti shruti bhanyate, so it is told where? In the Shruti. Then how is it universally taken that there is jiva also drashta? It's a mistake. What is the mistake? Antaryami itself is mistaken as samsari jiva. Truly speaking, there is no separate jiva at all. What is there is only Antaryami. So the mistake is this. Loke, the word universally, mudhaihi. Mudhaihi means avivekibhi, ajnanibhi. By ignorant people who lack discrimination. So, Antaryami eva jivataya bhavyate. Antaryami alone is mistaken as who? Jiva. So, bhavyate means considered. So that means, though embodiment is one and Antaryami alone is the drashta, though the people universally take the jiva to be drashta, it is mistake. Why it is mistake? Because this jiva is not separate from Antaryami, and due to ignorance, Antaryami itself is mistaken as a jiva, and Antaryami being drashta, jiva also is being taken as drashta. So therefore, loke in the word mudai, ajnanibhi, by ignorant people or avivekis, Antaryami eva, Antaryami itself is jivataya, as the one who is the samsara jiva, bhavyate is considered. Therefore, there is no defect of two drashta, two seers being in one and the same embodiment. Means, Antaryami is the common factor abiding in all the jivas, and that same Antaryami in a given specific embodiment is taken as a jiva related to that particular embodiment. So this is how, due to ignorance, this is done, is explained with the help of an illustration. So how one and the same Antaryami is taken as different drashta in different embodiment as different jiva. So let us see. Sadharano yatha suryah mam pratyeveti pamaraihi asadharana rupena bhavyate jivata tatha yatha sadharanaha suryaha mam prati eva iti pamaraihi ad grihate. Tatha asadharana rupena antaryaminah jivata bhavyate. Illustration is like this. When anyone faces the sun, what is the person's concept about the sun? In front of whom is the sun is? Sun is facing whom? Me, is not. When you see the sun, you think that sun is facing you. Is it so? Everyone thinks sun is facing exclusively towards VIP, and therefore what? Everyone thinks that sun is facing you. Prithvi, sun is facing all alike. It is like no night. Suppose there is a moon in the sky. Children running, and you know what they say? See. The moon also runs with me. So the moon also runs with me. Not that cloud example. Otherwise also they run, and that it appears as though moon also is accompanying me. So that is like that here. So that is, though the sun faces all alike, the aviveki, so you are also aviveki, because you don't think at that time. Now after, now then viveka comes. Okay. So yatha, just sadharanaha surya means the sun who is common to all alike. So what happens? Mam prati eva is facing only me. Iti, so pamaraihi griyate, by lay person it is taken. So we may say that the context doesn't arise. We may say it's facing, but if we just inquire, no, it's facing everyone, we may say. But a lay person thinks that no, the sun is facing me only. Iti pamaraihi, so griyate means he is facing me. Similarly, tatha, in the same manner, asadharana rupena, so that is, antaryami is common or specific. Sadharana means common to all, just as sun is common to all. Like that, antaryami is common to all or specific to one only. Common to all. But they say, me only as a jiva they take. So therefore, asadharana rupena, antaryaminaha. So the one who is actually common to all, sadharana rupa, but because of the upadhi and the identification, so antaryaminaha jivata. Jivata, by whom? Adnaihi, by ignorant people. Bhavyate is considered so by ignorant people. So that will be the case. True drashta is only one, antaryami, but jiva is mistaken as drashta due to this individual identification. So similarly, that is one and the same Atma, Antaryami, Atma. What is the distinction between Antaryami and Atma? What is the distinction between Antaryami and Brahma? Or one and the same? One and the same. This distinction was shown. Paramatma, Atma, Brahma by itself cannot be Antaryami. But when it becomes Antaryami, conditioned by Chidabhasa in Ajnana, means conditioned by Ajnana characterized by Chidabhasa. Conditioned by Maya, Ajnana characterized by Chidabhasa gets the status of Antaryami, Ishvara, etc. Otherwise, Swabha. This will be useful afterwards. 221, stanza 221. Pratyak dvantam chidabhasam swakarya niyamatmakam tadupadhi niyanta esha paraha proktaha natu swataha. So with this upadhi he gets the status of antaryami, but not on its own. Swarupa of antaryami is Brahma, but that is going to come. Question is going to come now. The question is not at that is Gargi is going to take up the question. Say, at the graded level it has come up to now, Antaryami it has come. Gargi is going to ask, what is the cause? Where the Hiranyagarbha and Antaryami are centered, the question is going to come. So that at that time this will be useful. So, okay. Now one and the same Parahatma, because of Upadhi Bheda, how he appears to be many. So that is now being explained. or the one and the same, not how, one and the same Paraatma appears to be different because of Upadhi. That is explained here. Buddhistha para evatma jivatmeti nigadyate buddhyagama sakshi niyanti tyuchyate paraha buddhistha paraha eva atma jivatma iti nigatyate. Or other way you can take paraha eva atma buddhistha jivatma iti nigatyate. Either way you can take. Buddhyagama paya sakshi paraha niyanta iti uchyate. Buddhyagama paya sakshi paraha niyanta iti uchyate. Paraha eva atma, Paramatma only nirupadhika, when it is so. Buddhyavachinnaha, limited by buddhi upadhi, antakarana upadhi. What is taken to be said to be jivatma iti nigadyati. It is said to be the jivatma, means Paramatma conditioned by antakarana is considered as jivatma. And who is antaryami? Buddhyagama paya sakshi paraha. Paraha, this paraha, second paraha is anavachinna. There also paraha is anavachinna, free from avacchinnata, free from limitation. So this one who is free from limitation, at the same time buddhyagama paya sakshi, sakshi, the knower, directly limits, one who directly limits the agama apaya of buddhi, means the coming and going of antakarana is made known by who? That one, that paraha, anavachinnaha, niyanta iti uchyate. Niyanta is antaryami. See, for paraha atma to become the sakshi of agama apaya of buddhi, what is necessary? Chidabhasa yukta ajnana upadhi necessary. So otherwise Paratma on its own will not do that. So therefore that antaryami status has come. So the one who knows the buddhi apaya, let us say, buddhi agama, buddhi apaya, literally arrival of buddhi and departure of buddhi. Come on, when is the arrival of buddhi? Waking and also in the dream. Apaya, deep sleep state or faint, etc. So therefore, so the one who knows this, oh, I was sleeping till now, buddhi was not functioning, or now I have woken up, and all that is what one who knows. So that is what sakshi. Sakshi being with respect to this embodiment only, niyanta iti uchyate is said to be the niyanta, the one who regulates the antaryami. So in this manner, based on Agama Shastra, the Sutra, the Hiranyagarbha and Antaryami are described. So the seventh Brahmana is being concluded by pointing out anything other than this Sutra and Antaryami is vinashi, destructible. So anything other than, so is vinashi, destructible. Ataha anyat artam. That is the conclusion of the seventh Brahmana of Brihadaranyaka. Sutrantaryaminau Shastra Gamyatvena pratisthitau Apratishthita tarkena Gamyamartamato param Shastra gamyatve Sutrantaryaminau pratisthitau. शास्त्रगम्यत्वेन सूत्रान्तर्यामिणौ प्रतिष्ठितौ अतः अपरम अप्रतिष्ठिततर्केण गम्यम. After gamyam add ataha artha. So these two, what are those? Sutra and Antaryami in the seventh Brahmana. Sutra Antaryamini Yamna Shastra Gamyatvena, as the one which can be known only by Shastra. Pratishtita means well established, proved. Yajnavalkya has proved the existence of Sutra Hiranyagarbha and Antaryami based on Agama Shastra, because they can be known only through Agama Shastra and not through Tarka. Ataha par aparam. Here aparam means anyat or bhinnam. Anything other than this. Anything different than this. So anything different than this. Aparam apratishthita tarkena gamyam, which can be known by tarka. And what is the nature of any tarka? Apratishthita. You know what is apratishthita? Unsettled, obscure, which is not definite. There is no final of tarka. It can go on. There is no conclusiveness in tarka. Therefore it is called apratishthita, unsettled, obscure. Apratishthita tarkena gamyam, it is to be known. And because it is something which is to be known through this tarka, which itself is not final, has no final, ataha, therefore, artam. Artam means vinashi, destructible. It is destructible. This word has come earlier. So it is destructible. So here, from where did this Brahmana started? Started by who? Gargi only asking cause-effect relationship. So that is, she started with the Prithvi being centered in its cause, the water, and then asked that in sequence, Yajnavalkya went on giving the causes, further and further causes as per the question. And finally what did Gargi do? She asked the cause, further cause of what? The bhutas go into the constitution of Brahmaloka and the beings in the Brahmaloka. What is it actually? Hiranyagarbha. But she asked because her trend of question was based on tarka. So Yajnavalkya warned, you are asking that thing which is to be known by agama, by tarka, your head will fall off. She keeps quiet because she knows. Then other person comes and asks that, so that means it goes on. And now finally what has come now? Sutra and Antaryami are the same. The question comes, is there any further cause of Sutra and Antaryami? No. So let us see, is there or not? So that is the question. So Gargi now comes again. So first she started, now again she comes. But before coming, she seeks the permission of the assembly. I don't know why. Maybe because she has already interrogated Yajnavalkya. Second time she is interrogating, maybe, or maybe a courtesy, maybe. She seeks the permission of the assembly. May I ask 2 questions to Yajnavalkya? They give the consent. And if he answers these 2 questions, none of you will be ever able to win him out. So with that, she says now, she is asking now 2 questions. Let us see. What is the topic of this next Brahmana, 8th Brahmana called Gargi Brahmana? Not Agna, it is Prashna by Gargi, it is called Akshara Brahmana. So question is by Gargi, but it is called as Akshara Brahmana. अष्टम ब्राह्मणे ब्रह्म तत्वं सम्यक् निरूप्यते सूत्रमन्तर्यामिता च यत्रोतप्रोतताम्रदे अष्टम ब्राह्मणे यत्र सूत्रम अंतर्यामिता च ओतप्रो तत् ब्रह्म तत्वं सम्यक् निरूप्यते। अष्टम ब्राह्मणे यत्र सूत्रम अंतर्यामिता च ओतप्रोततां व्रजेत् and tat brahma tattvam samyak nirupyate. So in this 8th brahmana, this 8th brahmana runs up to stanza 280 from 235 to 280. In the 8th brahmana it says yatra, in which brahmana, no, not in which brahmana, the one in who, not in which, 8th Brahman already told. In 8th Brahman, this is the topic. What is it? The one in who these two are centered. What are those centered? Sutram, Hiranyagarbha, and Antaryami. That is, Sutra and Antaryami are cha Otaprotatam Raje. They are centered in Tat, that one. What is it, namely? Brahma Tattvam, the Brahma Swarupa, the true nature of Brahma is Samyak Nirupyate, is very well described elaborately. So context with the earlier Brahmana is like this. Purvatra Gautamo Prachat Sutrantaryami Vastuni Otaprotatmatam Gargi Tayorevatra Prachati Purvatra Gautamaha. Earlier means, earlier in Advaya. Purvatra Gautamaha Sutrantaryami Vastuni Aprichat. Sutrantaryami Vastuni Aprichat. Atra Gargi Tayoho Eva Otaprotatmatam Prichati. Gargi Tayoho Eva Otaprotatmatam Prichati. Connection between the 8th and the 7th Brahmana. Purvatra, earlier in 7th Brahmana, Gautamaha, Gautama with Uddalaka. So Gautama, the family name, Gautama Uddalaka. What it is do? Sutrantaryami Vastuni Aprichat. He asked these two based on the Agama. So what are those? Sutra Hiranyagarbha and Antaryami Vastu. So what are they? He asked. Now Atra means in this 8th Brahmana, that is Akshara Brahmana, Gargi, what does he do? Tayoho eva, of those two only. What are those two? Sutra and Antaryami, of those two only. Otaprotatpatam, the cause. Otaprotatpatam means that which in which they are otaprota. The one in which they are centered means the causes of the cause, not causes. The cause of these two, Hiranyagarbha and Antaryami, Prichati. Tayoho means Sutrantaryaminoho, of Sutra and Antaryami. Prichati, ask. So here, as I told earlier, so before asking, Gargi seeks the permission of the assembly and tells, if Yajnavalkya answers, you can, nobody, none of you can win him over, and she asked the question. Her question in the Upanishad is like this: Sa hovacha yadurdhvam Yajnavalkya divaha yadavak prithivyaha yadantara dyava prithvi ime yad bhutam cha bhavaccha bhavishyaccha iti achakshate kasmin tad otam protam cha. So the question is, whatever that is, everywhere like this. So, divaha yadurdhvam divaha, which is beyond the heavens, which is below the avak prithivyaha, below the prithvi, yadantara dyava prithvi, in whom the heaven and the antariksha intervening spaces are centered. So, that which is in the past, that which is all that was in the past, present and future. So, the acharyas say, that one in whom it is centered. Because, see, achakshate is that. Achakshate means, some say, who are they? We have to make adhyara, acharya. This is what acharya said. Do you know why? Otherwise, it will be a question based on tarka, and she knows. So, Yadnevalka will fire back. So, therefore, this is what acharyas. Acharyas means, acharyas speak based on what? Shastra. So therefore need not be told Shastra separately. Acharya. Kasmin tad otam protam cha. Actually the question is, in what the Sutra and Antaryami are centered. The question may appear to be something else, but which is not so, will be explained here. The question, Andor dvado madhya deshan. Join that dho and ma. They are not two separate words. Andor dvado madhya desha, one word. Andor dvado madhya desha, kalam cha vyapya tishtati, Sutramithyahurácáryaha otam protam cha kutrachit. Sutram andaha andordvado madhyadesham. Sutram andordvado madhyadeshan kalam cha vyapya tishtati. Kalam cha vyapya tishtati. Iti acharyaha ahu. Add tat. Kutrachit otam protam cha. Kutrachit otam protam cha. Say Sutram Hiranyagarbha. Means Antaryami also is taken there. So he is pervading all this. What are those? Andaha urdhvam, andaha adhaha, andaha madhyadesha. Anda here is Brahmanda, Brahmaloka. The region above Brahmanda, the region below, and region in and through. So Kal, and not only that, Kalam Deshan, all entire space and the time, Vyapya having pervaded, Tati remains. Sutrantaryami pervades the entire cosmos. Above, below, in and through of Brahmanda means what? Everything, even including the time also. So it Vyapyatishtati. Who says so? Iti acharyaha ahu. So the acharyas, those who know the Shastra, that is what they say. Now the question comes. Tat, that Sutra Antaryami, kutrachit otam protam. Somewhere it is centered. Somewhere centered means what? It means question, where is it centered? So not here, here. There he had asked, she had asked directly, but here somewhere centered means it is what is, where is it centered? That is the question. Like, it is somewhere centered, I know it, If you know, tell me. So that's how it's the question. Kutrachit. So that is the question. Now here, this question can be not here. Here sutra which implies Antaryami directly told. But the question asked by who Gargi may give a notion that where the bhutas element that go into the constitution of Brahmanda are centered. See, sa uvacha yadurdhvam yadnyavalkya divaha yadavak prithivyaha yadantara dhyava prithvi etc. So, where are they otaprota? Means the five elements that go into the constitution of Brahmanda, where are they centered? That may be the question. But that is not the question because already established. Where it is established? Sutra is a Sarvatma, everything is established. So therefore that is not the point at all. It is made clear, which author has already made clear in Sutra with that. But someone who goes to original may think that, oh, the question is where these bhutas are centered, that is in Hiranyagarbha. That is not the question, it is clarified here. Means Andarambhaka bhutas, where are they centered is not the question. Why? The reason is this. Andarambhaka bhutana aprishta sutra otata sutrena vidhritam sarvam iti purvatra nirnaya sarvam sutrena vidhritam iti purvatra nirnaya andarambhaka bhutana sutre otata na prishta sutre otata na prishta sarvam sutrena vidhritam. Question doesn't pertain to the elements that go into the constitution of Brahmanda or Brahmaloka. Why? Because Hiranyagarbha sustains everything was already told. See, Sarvam, the entire Brahmanda is Sutrena Vidhritam, supported, sustained by who? Sutra. The Sutra, Sutra Atma, Hiranyagarbha. So, this one, iti, so, Purvatra earlier in 7th Brahmana, Nirnaya, because it is asserted. So, if you remember, of course, in 7th Brahmana, entire Brahmanda is centered in Sutra and Antaryami was told. So, therefore, same question will not repeat here. Because of this ascertainment in the earlier Brahmana, Andarambhaka bhutanam sutre na prashta otata na prashta. So this is not questioned here. This is not asked here. What is not asked? The bhutas, the elements that go into the constitution of Anda, Brahmanda, Brahmaloka, and they are, where are they centered? Elements that go in the constitution of Brahmanda, Brahmaloka are centered in Sutra, Hiranyagarbha, which is already told. So that described and ascertained. So therefore, Sutre otata, they being centered in the Sutra as their cause, na prishta, that is not asked here. Then, next question is, why did this Gargi say iti achakshate agamavidaha acharyaha achakshate? So they say. Why she says? That is the reason that is given again by that which is above heaven, below earth, through everything. Why is it told? The reasons for both are being given. Tarkikatva nivrityartham आचार्योक्तिमुदाहरत् निःशेषदेशकालोक्त्या सूत्रे सर्वात्मतोदिता तार्किकत्वनिवृत्त्यर्थम् आचार्योक्तिम् उदाहरत् निःशेषदेशकालोक्त्या सूत्रे सर्वात्मता उदिता. तार्किकत्व निवृत्त्यर्थम. So that acharyokti is what? Iti achakshati. This is the statement. This is the statement of acharya. So what for it is said? Tarkikatva nivrityartham. To dispel the notion that what is asked is based on tarka, the reasoning, the logic. So to dispel that means it is antaryami. The cause of antaryami and sutratma is something which can be known by tarka. To remove this notion, so acharyoktim udahara. So Gargi has cited the statements of the acharyas or agama vidaha, those who know the shastra. Then why she asks above, below, everywhere, etc., to show that nishya desha kaloktya sutre sarvatmata udita. Sutra Hiranyagarbha is sarvatma. Sarvatma is the atma, the basis of all. This is shown by nishesha. Nishesha means samasta sarva. Without baki means entire. Nishesha samasta sarva. Desha kaloktya, by the mention of desha kala, that is adha, madhya, urdhva and kala. By this mention, uktya, sutre, in the case of sutratma, sarvatmata udita. What is told is Hiranyagarbha is sarvatma, the atma of all. Atma means basis of all. That is told. So this is how the question is asking the cause of sutra and antaryami. Now answer starts. Yajnavalkya answers like this. Akashe tadotam cha pramcha. Says it is centered in Akasha. Here Akasha word is used for Brahma also, but here Akasha word is used for Avyakruta, unmanifest Prakriti, Maya. Vyaktam, Akashe, in this Avyakta, Avyakruta or Avyakta, Tadvotam, Protam, Cha, Sutrantaryami are centered. That is the answer is being explained. Vyaktam sarvam sutra rupam avyakte vyoma sautnyake otam protam cha vidhiti praha prishtamanudyasaha saha means Yajnavalkya. Prishtam anudya sarvam sutra rupam vyaktam. Sutra rupam vyaktam avyakte vyoma saudnyake otam protam cha vidhi iti praha. Saha Yajnavalkya. So Yajnavalkya replies like this. He says, but you see, before replying, you know what he does? He repeats the question. He is repeating the question and then giving the answer. Not that Gargi might have forgotten to remind her, he repeats. There is a purpose why he repeats the question, will be explained in the next stanza. So he repeats the question. Prashtam means whatever the question that was asked for, Anudya, having repeated the question, says, Sarvam Vaktam, all the manifest creation, namely Sutra Rupam, Sarvam Sutra Rupam Vaktam, all that is manifest in the form of Sutra, the Hiranyagarbha, where is it centered? Vyoma Saujnyake Avyakte Otam Protam Cha Vidhiti Praha. Please know that it is Otam Protam Cha centered where? In the Avyakta. Avyakta called as Akasha here. Vyoma Saujnyake. Shruti uses the word Akasha. Yajnavalkya uses the word Akasha. In the Akasha, which actually is Avyakta, in the Akasha, which is called as Avyakta or Avyakruta, in that it is centered, you please know. The question arises, why Yajnavalkya repeat the question? What is the answer? Everything is centered in Akasha. What will you understand? Question is about who? Who is centered in what? Is it not? About who? Sutra and Antaryami. Straight away he gives. They are centered in Akasha. What Akasha you know? Which Akasha you know? Bhuta Akasha, elemental space. Is it not? So therefore, Sutra and Antaryami are centered in Bhutakasha. You know what it means? First, better know what is Sutra. Sutra, Hiranyagarbha is the one in whom all elements, including Akasha, are centered. And you will be simply asked, the centered means what? Promotion or demotion? Demotion it will be. So therefore, that means this Bhutakasha has to be kept out. So therefore, in the answer, he being Sutra, means what? Bhutakasha is already centered in Sutra. Therefore, though the word Akasha is used here, that Bhutakasha should not be taken. You have to scratch your head. The one who is listening the answer has to scratch the head and he should eliminate the Bhutakasha. For that he repeats the question. The purpose of repeating the question by Gargi while answering, not by Gargi, by Yajnavalkya, repeating Gargi's question while answering by Yajnavalkya is told now. Desha kalau cha shutrentaha bhutau deshatmakam tataha Viyannakashamatreti Suchanayānuvādagihi Deshakalau ca Sutre antarbhutau Tataha Deshatmakam Viyat. Before proceeding further, see the Sandhi making. Viyat na akasham atra iti suchanaya anuvadagihi. So Viyat afterwards Anvaya. Atra Viyat afterwards take Atra akasham na iti suchanaya anuvadagihi. Deshakalau cha sutre antarbhutau. In Sutra, Hiranyagarbha, these both are centered. What are they both? Desha and Kala. Tataha. So, Deshatmakam Viyat Atra Akasham na. The word Akasha refers to space. Now this elemental space is not meant here by the word Akasha. Why? Deshatmakam. Deshatmakam means of the nature of being elemental space. That Viyat Akasha, that Viyat, also called as Viyat, that is not what is meant by Akasha. Atra Akasham na. So answer Akasha doesn't refer to elemental space, because elemental space and time are centered in the sutra, and the question is about the cause of sutra. So that is the cause of sutra means cause of elemental space also or not. It is also elemental space. So that is not the question. Iti suchanaya. To suggest this in the answer given by Yajnavalkya's Anuvadagihi, this statement of repeating Gargi's question. Means Gargi's question repeated means what? Gargi has asked about the Hiranyagarbha Sutra, and Sutra includes the elemental space. Therefore, this elemental space is not there, it is different Akasha. When this answer is given, Gargi is, before proceeding further, first salutes Yajnavalkya, hats off to you. He does namaskara. You know why? First thing, to know Avyakta is not possible, so difficult. And here is a fellow who speaks about Avyakta. So she knows the importance of the question, and the one who knows says, Yajnavalkya, hats off unto you. She says, and then proceeds further. Bodhum bodhaitum chaitad avyaktam dushyakantviti. Then prananama, that pra, make it pra, prananama, not prana, pra. Vismita prananama sau tamau vyakrutavadinam. Etad avyaktam bodhum bodhaitum cha dushakam tu iti. Dushakam tu iti. Vismita prananama asau, or asau vismita prananama, take that way. Asau vismita prananama tam avyakrita vadina. The Mula is like this. Sa hovacha namastestu Yajnavalkya. Gargi says, O Yajnavalkya, namastestu. My salutations to you. Why? You are told something great. So we'll see it. Swasti prajabhya